Hi there. Do you like cats? The artist Paul Klee certainly did. And today we're going to make a cat, and like Paul Klee, we're going to use line, shape, and color to make a cat of our very own. So for this project, I'm going to need a piece of white paper. I have watercolor paper here, a planning pencil, a black crayon or Sharpie marker, and then something for color. You might like to use crayons. I have watercolor crayons here, and I also have some watercolor paints. So let's get started. In Paul Klee's work, he really focused on the shapes he could make with his line. And we're going to do that today. We're going to look at Paul Klee's cats, and like this child who made this, we are looking at the shapes that the lines have made. And did you notice in both Paul Klee's cat and in this child's cat, there's a little bird? Do you think he's thinking of chasing that bird maybe? Okay, let's get started. So I'm going to start by putting a dot, not at the very top of my paper, right in the corner, and a dot in this corner. And I'm going to put a dot down here, just up from the bottom, so that I can tell how far down I need to go. I want to make this cat nice and big. So I'm going to make a great big flat U. The bottom is going to be flat. Start at this corner, come down, pressing on my crayon, come around, and I am going to go up to that dot. So I have my dot. And like Paul Klee, I am going to make this cat have a heart-shaped nose. So right down here, I will do a heart bump and a bump, and then I'll make his little mouth. Next, it's time to make his ears. I'm going to go from this corner, down, a little curve, and up. I have the ears. Now let's do the nose. We're going to make a triangle, like Paul Klee did. And then it's time to do the eyes. Do you notice how they're kind of an almond shape? Let's do a little curve and another little curve. That's sort of a rainbow curve, and here's a gentle smile curve and another one. And I have two eyes, but where is the color? I'm going to make an oval in the middle for the color part. Well, let's see. The cat needs a little neck, and what's missing? Whiskers. So let's make 3 lines so it makes a nice pattern. 1, 2, 3 lines there, and 3 lines here. 1, 2, 3. Notice I'm pressing down hard on my crayon, and we're almost done, but we need the little bird. In Paul Klee's bird, did you notice how he made a line go like that and like that to make his bird? And right above it, do you see the little round circle? Do you think that's the sun or the moon? Let's try it. I'm going to go down like that for the bottom of the bird, up like that for his back. Here's his little tail, and now he needs a beak and a head. And Paul Klee's cat had little legs reaching out. We're almost done. Let's add a little circle for the sun or the moon. Go back and make sure our lines are nice and dark. And then it's time to add the color. You could decide that you want the bright yellows and greens and pinks like Paul Klee, but you might like to have your own choice of color. Whatever you do is just fine. I do love those green eyes, so I am going to take 2 shades of green to color in this cat's eyes. And maybe I will do that wonderful pinkish reddish nose. That's fun and easy to do with my crayon. Oh, and I like those pink cheeks, so I'm going to give my cat some nice pink cheeks. And I think my eyes should be bigger, so I am just going to go ahead and make them a little bigger. They didn't look big enough to me. And notice how Paul Klee put the green around the edges, the blue-green? I think I will do that too. I like that idea. I'm going to make it radiate around the edges. So you decide what you want to do. You paint it in your own way. And if you're using watercolor crayons, you can blend it by squeezing extra off your brush and going over it, and it will blend your colors nicely for you. I think what I'm going to do on mine, and you can do it the way you want, is I am going to do these smaller areas with crayon, and then the big face area I will do with paint. Stay tuned, and I will show you this in fast forward. So did you notice how when I was painting, I would put my brush on tiptoes to outline my shape, and then I would get water and fill it in? So take your time to do a nice job. You may color it any way you want. In fact, like this one, you might use lots of different colors. You decide what will be fun. But whatever you do, take your time to do a nice job. Do your background as well. And when you're all done, don't forget to send me a picture of your work. I can't wait to see it.